Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet again another Watch with Nordic live stream today. We got a good one, a Western Canadian matchup here between the Calgary Flames and the Winnipeg Jets. This should be a pretty good one. These two teams are in polar opposites of the current spectrum when it comes to standings-wise. Winnipeg 4-1-0 so far this season. Calgary 1-5. It's been pretty bad for the Calgary Flames. We'll get into some of that here throughout the game. But first off, how's everybody doing? I got money Blake Coleman on my fantasy team. I hope for points. Okay, let's see if we can get some in here tonight. Call the Flames the cigarette lighters. That's a good one. But yeah, so we have this one here today. We have one on Wednesday, and then we have one on Saturday and Sunday is the plan. And then next week we will correlate what streams we'll do next week as well. Thursday, I am unavailable. Tuesday, obviously, I am usually always unavailable there as well. So regardless, it should be a pretty good game. But first off, we do need to take a look at something that happened 1 year ago today in Watch with Nordic streaming history. So just give me a second here to get this set up. But 1 year ago last year, we were commentating the Carolina Hurricanes and the Edmonton Oilers. It was the very first stream that went, I would say, real quote-unquote viral. It blew up. We had about 70 people in there watching the stream. The game went to overtime, and I'm going to show you guys the overtime call here in just a second. So let me pull this up here real quick. But I wanted to show this off before we get the game started here. We're about to do the national anthems real quick. So let's get this commentary call here real quick. All right, pulling up the clip here, and then we'll go over the team records and such. But wrong one. Here's the one. I gotta make it the actual one. So just bear with me here for a second. All right. So this 1 year ago today. As I open up Discord, this 1 year ago today was the Watch with Nordic commentary call of Oilers versus Hurricanes. Burns in the box, but there's going to be no, power play or anything. All right, 33 seconds left. He's going to skate back and wait. There, 10 seconds real quick. McDavid in front. Draisaitl, a big save there by Anderson. Natchez tries to clear it. Aho, 2-on-1 for Carolina. Aho, he's got him. A shot and a save by Skinner. Oh, this is pandemonium. 10 seconds left. Carolina's got it. Natchez to Aho. He scores! Sebastian Aho! Carolina completes the comeback. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. With 6.1 left in overtime. What a feed, and the Hurricanes win it. What a game. That was a year ago today. I thought I would highlight that here for you guys because that is a moment in Watch with Nordic history that is pretty cool, might I say. They're currently doing the national anthems right now. I know we typically do the national anthem here on the channel, but for this one, we're going to skip it just for this particular stream. But when you look at these records for these teams, when we do Watch with Nordic streams, I'll show the screen right here, right now. I didn't realize I wasn't on the streaming page. You see Winnipeg here. This is their 10th game that we have commentated in the history of their overall channel. 6-2-1 is their record when we live stream them. Calgary is way down here with a 3-0 record when we live stream them in games. This is their 4th one that we have done with them. So that's pretty cool. But regardless, I did want to highlight that here before we got started. Looking back at a memory 1 year ago today in Watch with Nordic history. And that lines us up perfectly. Let's get started here tonight with Flames and Jets. First off, the starting goaltenders. Connor Hellebuck is in for Winnipeg. 3-1-0 record. A 2.51 and a .95, 915 save percentage. On the other side, Dustin Wolf has not been that great this year with a 1-4 record, a 4.30 goals against average, and a .854 save percentage with the Calgary Flames. Couple roster changes here for Calgary. You see a player like Justin Kirkland enters the lineup as Yegor Sharangovich is pulled out. You also see Danil Miramanov be placed on waivers, and Jake Bean enters the lineup. So It's a little bit misleading because I put in there the amount of times it's streamed. This is our 4th stream, is what I mean. So we have not decided that, obviously. This is our 4th stream, and they're 3-0 in 3 games played. But here we go. Jets and Flames. Face-off is underway, and it's won back then by Winnipeg. They will play it into the Calgary zone. Scheifele now around the right side to the point. Shoots it back now behind the net. Anderson trying to pick it up there for Calgary. Velarde will battle for it down low with Backlund. He gives it over then on the right side for Kevin Ball. Regardless of whether it's Mariners or Blue Jays, I think it's going to be Dodgers. Dodgers have a really good team. Faceoff goes down the other way. It's going to be an offsides against Calgary. But yeah, it's probably going to be the Dodgers. Whether or not you think that's right. I mean, as a Phillies fan who got knocked out by them, they have phenomenal pitching. Ohtani's Ohtani. They have a great roster. We actually have a power play coming up here for Calgary. Winnipeg took an early penalty. It was an interference call. And the Flames will go to the power play here less than 10 seconds in. Face-off now in the Winnipeg zone, won by the Flames. Weegar now at the point, looks for options. Sends it to Coronado here on the right side. Moving in then down low, Huberdeau. Looks for options, fed up to the point. Weegar trying to play it there. Coronado gets it back. Then down low, Kadri up to the point. Weegar to Coronado, a shot. That one is blocked. Thought the Phillies were going to win? I wish. Kadri a shot there. That one goes wide. Now Frost battling for it on the right side. Coronado trying to battle for that puck. Koklep intercepts that one and dumps it back down the other way. Dustin Wolf will play that one back down low then, as the Flames look to break out in their own zone. Weegar drops it back to Frost. Flames are coming off of a 6-1 loss against Vegas. They have not won a game since that home opening game against the Oilers. In a 4-3 shootout when they came back from down 3-0 in that game. Here's Weegar at the point. Huberdeau moves in, shoots it, and that one is gloved by Hellebuck. Halfway through the Calgary power play, that is the first shot of the game. And Jonathan Huberdeau here in his second game of the year, missed the first few. He did score a goal in his season debut, so that's something that Calgary has been lacking here a little bit. So on the bright side, you're seeing that there from the Flames. Face-off here now down low in the Winnipeg zone. One back by the Jets. They will clear that one all the way down the other way. And it's picked up by Wolf now in the Flames' end. Here's Connor Zary. Had a really good year last year for this Flames team. Farabee now. Back to Zary. It's intercepted as it goes all the way back down the other way. Another good clear there by Winnipeg. 37 seconds to go. Played around then. Farabee with the puck. Joel Farabee dumps that one down low into the zone. Battling on the right side there. Zary feeds it up to the point then to Coleman. 20 seconds to go. The Flames are struggling to get really that much room. The Jets are clogging it up very well. Here's Anderson, a shot. And a glove save by Hellebuck from the point. An outside shot there, and that's exactly what you want if you're the Winnipeg Jets. You want to keep those shots to the outside. Keep them from the point because you know the Hart Trophy winner and back-to-back Vezina winner is going to make those saves 99 out of 100 times, or maybe even 100 out of 100 times. That's how good Connor Hellebuck is. Face-off here now in the Winnipeg zone is blown dead. You can see Zane Parekh out there for Calgary is one of the new coming rookies. Played in Saginaw last year, was absolutely phenomenal for them. Also on the ice, Rasmus Anderson, who has had rumors of being traded. It should happen any day now. Here's Morrissey now throwing it to the right side. It's intercepted there, picked up by the Jets. Here's Scheifele, 2 on the other way. Scheifele to Barron in front. What a tip there by Huberdeau. He doesn't let that puck get to him cleanly, and that'll do it for the Flames power play. Good kill by Winnipeg. And Calgary just once again not being able to get that much time in the offensive zone. Kadri drops it back, and it's blown dead for an offsides call. 7:20 left to go in... Oh, wait, no. That can't be right. 17:20 left to go in the first period. Not 7:20 left. Apologies for that. But yeah, again, these two teams definitely on polar opposites of the spectrum. The Jets have played some Pretty solid competition. I believe, who were they taking on who did they take on Saturday? I'm not 100% sure. And we get a whistle drawn here again for Calgary offsides. I'm looking it up here really quick. I know Calgary played Vegas, and they were absolutely pummeled 6-1. But on Saturday, the Jets played the Islander. Or no, that's the 13th. Never mind. On Saturday, the Jets played the Predators. They defeated them 4-1. So Winnipeg picking up some wins there easily. And now they're playing a team in Calgary that has not been so good. They've really struggled, and we could have seen this coming. Their biggest issue was that they weren't scoring and getting offense, and they really didn't do anything really to change the team and change that narrative or get somebody that can score goals. So you kind of expected this. Nyquist throws that one in front. It's through the crease in the Calgary zone. Now the Flames will try and race it the other way, and they quickly mess up that play, and now Winnipeg will come back into their own zone and regroup. It's Neil Pionk, who signed an extension with Winnipeg, I believe in the offseason or late last season. He's been a pretty good acquisition and was great offensively last year. Now you're asking yourself the question, can he repeat that? DeMello throws that pass up in front. It's intercepted there, dumped down low into the zone by Ball. Hellebuck feeds it into the corner. Winnipeg clears that one all the way down the other way and into the Flames' end. And that'll be an icing against the Jets. Shots are 2-0 in favor of the Flames. Here in the first period, Winnipeg still yet to register a shot. Little update around the league. Philadelphia defeats Seattle 5-2. And the Wild go into New York. The Jets do score a goal. Or the Rangers do score a goal in that game, but regardless, the Wild take a 3-1 win. New York is 0-4 on home ice this season, which is a little bit surprising, I gotta say. Only 1 goal scored in those 4 games as well. Battling here in the neutral zone, Winnipeg picks it up. DeMello will dump that one in down low. Wolf trying to play that around the right side, can't get to that puck in time. Now a battle forward here in the corner between Parekh and Lambert. We got a whistle blown, and a penalty is coming against the Flames. It's going to be Connor Zary going to the box. The refs are calling a lot of penalties here early, and as a result, the Jets will get their first power play of the game. Let's see what the call is. I really wasn't. Oh, yeah, I guess he does hold on to his stick, so I guess it's holding in a way. Yeah, he pulls the stick out of Alex Iafallo's hand, and he's like, wait a second, I don't have a stick. So Zary goes to the box for that. First power play coming here for Winnipeg. Their power play so far this year tied for 3rd in the league. It's been pretty solid, I would say, being top 10 in the league for sure. Face-off coming here now in the Calgary zone. It's going to be Coleman versus Scheifele. Scheifele wins the draw. Morrissey at the point. Feeds that one over to Connor. Connor in front, tipped away. Dustin Wolf with the save. He catches that one in the air as well and covers up. What a play there by Dustin Wolf. And that's why he has the IQ. Again, I know he doesn't have the greatest numbers in terms of like this season when you look at his overall analytics, but I got to be honest with you. I really do believe that a lot of the Dustin Wolf struggles isn't entirely his fault. Can't really blame that on him when your team is also 1-4. I understand, like, I'm not going to say that, oh, it's not completely his fault because, again, like, he hasn't been playing the greatest, but it does show the immense value that he brings to the Flames. Here's a rush the other way. Coleman moves it through the zone down the right side, battling here with Morrissey. We'll get that one down low behind the net. Coleman, shorthanded here, trying to get an opportunity. Scheifele picks that one up, throws it around then to Alex Iafallo. And the Jets will regroup in their own zone. Good play here by Calgary, not really giving Winnipeg that much room. Connor to Scheifele. He'll break it into the zone, moves it down the right side. He'll bank it off the boards, then down low. Iafallo battling for it on the bench side here in the corner, and the Flames will steal a puck loose and clear it down the other way. Good play there by the Flames. Josh Morrissey now. Shots are 2-2. Velarde to Scheifele. We last streamed Winnipeg against Philadelphia on Thursday. Winnipeg took that win. Bank up to the boards now. Morrissey down low for Scheifele. To Morrissey at the point. To Connor. Kyle Connor, pass in front, intercepted. Scheifele, a shot, saved by Wolf. The rebound's in the crease. It comes loose. Kirkland battling for it. And we do get a whistle. And I think that's just a hand pass or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what this penalty is going to be or what this call is. But regardless, really good kill here by Calgary. The Jets are getting their opportunities, but Dustin Wolf has staved them off here for the most part. So yeah, good chance there. 2 chances by Scheifele in front. And it really does show the IQ of Dustin Wolf to know where that puck is and have that quick movement. So the faceoff does come out of the zone. There was no penalty. I apologize if I said there was. And Winnipeg, with their second unit out now, will move it down the other way. Drop back then for Nemesnikov into the zone now on the right side. Trying to feed that one up there is Taze. Jonathan Taze looks for options. Banks it up to the point. Pionk moves to the center. Back to Taze. To Pionk at the point. He shoots it. And that one goes into the corner. Nemesnikov feeds it up to the point. Pionk will keep it in. He banks that one down low. Ball then over for Coronado. Kept in by the Jets. On the right side now, trying to move that puck is Taze. Over to Pionk, a shot. And that one goes up in the air. Good chance there by Nemesnikov. Nyquist, again, Pionk, a shot. And that one goes wide. Power play is over there. Good kill by Calgary, but Winnipeg does get their share of chances. Here's Niederreiter with some room. Fans on that puck. And now Anderson battles for it on the right side, and Kadri will pick it up for the Flames. Nazem Kadri scored that shootout winner for the Flames in their season opener against the Oilers. That was the Flames' last win. They have lost 4 or 5 in a row since. Here's Zary into the zone. A shot goes just wide there on a good chance from Zary there. And now Zane Parekh moves that puck through into his own zone as the Flames look to break it out the other way. Pass up to the point. Calgary trying to break that one out the other way. It's Huberdeau intercepted by the Jets. Now DeMello. Here's Stanley banking that one down low. Koap racing for it. Parekh drops it back then for Hanley. To the right side, Lomberg. Battling with, I believe that is Luke Shen. Longtime NHLer. Lowry. To Shen, trying to backhand that one up there for Velarde. Velarde will gain the zone for Winnipeg. Dumps that one in down low. 12:20 left to go here in the first period. It is still 0-0. We have not gotten a commercial here just yet. Puck goes up in the air then. Dumped into the zone again by Velarde. Racing for it there is Weegar. With Scheifele. Puck will slide out there once again. Pionk to the right side. Dumped in there by Logan Stanley. Velarde gets that puck into the defensive zone. He battles for it with multiple Flames. A shot from Pionk. Big save there by Wolf. And the puck does come out of the zone. The Jets will regroup here once again. Nemesnikov moves it into the zone. Banks it off the boards now behind the net. Picking that one up there is Lambert. Battling for it with Bean. Nemesnikov gets it back in the corner. Trying to battle for that puck. Shot in front there, Sable Wolf. Lambert the rebound, and that one's denied. Wraparound play. Chances loose. It goes back to the corner. Nemesnikov to the point to Pionk. He gives that one back to Stanley. Lambert back down low to Stanley. That could have been costly. Chance in front. A backhand save by Wolf on Iafallo, and the Flames will get it back. It's Coronado the other way. Sends a pass for Coleman. Coleman to Coronado. Shoots it, and it's blocked. Rebound in front. Goes wide. Nemesnikov will clear that one all the way down the other way. That will be a icing against the Jets. We'll get a face-off in the Winnipeg zone, but I think we'll go to commercial with that being said. Or maybe not. Never mind. Maybe we won't. I thought maybe. Because we haven't gone to commercial here at all so far in this period. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. We will go over the starting goaltender stats here all time and watch with Nordic streams. And as well as that too, we'll also go over the all-time point scores for each team as well in the intermission. Here come the Jets now the other way. Down the right side, Iafallo banks it into the Calgary zone. Shots are 5-2. My apologies in favor of the Jets. They have controlled play here so far. Frost to the right side. A shot from Coronado goes down low into the corner. Now Zary battling forward here. Feeds it up to the point. Hanley a shot. It's tipped by Samuel Hanzik. And that one goes wide. Battling here now on the right side. Goes back behind the net. Picked up by Niederreiter. He tries to get it out for Winnipeg. Battling alongside Parekh and Frost. Now Morrissey gets that one back for Winnipeg. Gives it up for Nyquist. Back to Morrissey as he breaks that puck out down the right side. He'll move it into the zone. Frost intercepted. Nyquist gets it back. Stolen back then by Calgary. Frost gives it up for Farabee. Frost and Farabee tries feeding that one in front to Anderson. And it's blocked there by Schenn and cleared out by the Jets. Halfway through the first period, shots are 5-2 at 0-0. Huberdeau over to Farabee. He can't get that pass. He had a wide open opportunity but could not get that puck on his stick. And the Jets cleared out to center ice. Picking that one up on the right side then is Barron. Back then for Kevin Ball. Ball feeds that pass in front. Racing for it now is Lomberg. Lomberg, the fourth line grinder, battling alongside Fleury. Loses his stick. And it's back up to the point then. Shot down low into the corner. Stolen back then by the Jets. Trying to bank that one up to Barron. He goes down. And the Flames will intercept it. 3-on-2. Lomberg into the zone. Pass in front. Saved by Hellebuck there as Klapka could not get a clear stick on it. Puck goes down low then into the corner. Barron battling for it alongside Hanley. Up to the point then Lomberg to the right side. Moving in. Weegar, a shot save by Connor Hellebuck with 9:19 to go in the first period. Shots are 5-4. We will go to a commercial break. It is still 0-0 here in the first period. Okay, so let's go over the Watch with Nordic starting goaltender stats here. So obviously you look at the chart of plenty of goalies here. We'll start off with Dustin Wolf. Dustin Wolf in 3 games streamed during these Watch with Nordic commentaries or live commentaries on the channel. Wolf is 3-0, has a 2.33 goals against average and a .913 save percentage. He ranks among some of the top goalies here. You see him alongside Philip Gustafsson. You see him up here with Vizhmalka and a couple of guys who have done very good in Watch with Nordic streams. Now you go all the way down here for Connor Hellebuck, who has a 7-2-2 record with a 2.36 goals against average and a .889 save percentage with Winnipeg during Watch with Nordic streams. Again, a lot of that plays a factor into the playoff games. The playoff games are included with the regular season stats. So Hellebuck's numbers there are a little bit flawed, but they are getting better. They were a little bit worse at the beginning of the year, but we've done a Jets commentary here, and they have improved from prior. You look at the point leaders for each team. You see Kyle Connor leads the way for Winnipeg in streams, 16 points, and again, just 10 games played. He has been awesome there. And then you go down to Calgary. Their leading guy is actually a tie between Nazem Kadri and Matthew Coronado, both with 3 points. So again, it doesn't really matter that much. It doesn't really mean much of anything, but it's something fun that we like to keep track of here, and we do mention it here and there in the streams, and it's just something fun that I like to bring up when we do these commentaries. So anyways, we'll get ready for the rest of this first period here. They're talking to Weegar in an interview here real quick. But regardless, I thought that was pretty cool. I've hinted at it. I think I've showed it in a couple of streams, but I never really used it in an actual broadcast. I want to start doing that. Face-off coming here now in the Winnipeg zone. It's won by the Flames. Anderson moves in. Slap shot is saved there by the Jets. They will get that puck and get it out of the zone. Scheifele dumps that one in down low. Battling here in the corner. Shots are actually 6-5 in favor of Winnipeg. Jets have it in the Flame zone. Battling for it now down low is Connor and Coronado. Up to the point, Morrissey. Pass in front. If that even got on net, it was denied. And now it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Coleman banks that one up to the Jets' defense for some reason. And Winnipeg gets that puck right back. Velarde down the right side. Banks it off the boards now into the corner. Weegar. 8:30 left to go here in the first period. It's still 0-0. Connor to the right side, intercepted there by Kadri. He gets it right back, though, deking around multiple Flames players. And Velarde now will get that one, and it's end up banked out of the zone by Calgary. And Pionk dumps that one right back in as I say that. Mackenzie Weegar trying to move it out of his own zone. It's turnover there by Calgary. Nyquist drops it back. Tays to the point. Pionk. Stanley Over to Tays. Back over then. Nyquist a shot. He can't get that one on net. Now Tays down low in the corner. Pionk a shot. That one is blocked by Weegar. He tries to clear. They will get it out of the zone. Now Kadri will bank that one at the red line into the Winnipeg end. 7:50 left to go here in the first period. Pionk will dump that one in down low. I believe that was enough for an icing. Or it was offsides. One of the two. I think it might have been offsides. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. It is much appreciated. We've been doing pretty good with these streams. Face-off here in the Winnipeg zone is won by the Jets. Played back to the right side, then taken by Lambert, who will bank that pass off the boards and back into the Calgary zone. Parekh gets there first, though, for the Flames. Zane Parekh banks it off the boards now. It drops back into the Winnipeg zone. Shen down the right side. It's tipped there by Nemestikov. Intercepted by the Flames. Here it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Frost into the zone. A backhand. And that one goes wide. Flames cannot really get that much control. They will take it back into their own zone. Zary sends a pass up to Hanzik, and he can't get anything going there with that pass. Jets have done a good job, at least here in these last couple of minutes, of keeping the Flames to the outside for the most part. You know that if those shots are on the outside or at the point and Connor Hellebuck can see them, you know that they are going to be stopped. 99 out of 100 times, I would expect. Ball battling for it down low in the Flame zone. Barron feeds that one around. Behind the net, we get a whistle blown here. And I'm not sure why they blew it. Could this be a penalty? As we go to commercial break, so I guess we'll never know. We do have one other game on the docket that is starting at 10 p.m. It's the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights. The Canes are looking to stay undefeated as they go through their California/Midwest road trip here. And they've played some very good hockey. What's weird, though, is there's a couple of guys on the Hurricanes that are not really scoring. Andrei Svechnikov has not really been scoring. You haven't seen production from Nikolai Ehlers, who was a former Winnipeg Jet, a new acquisition. It's a little strange. So Calgary will head to the power play here as Tanner Pearson goes to the box. Or at least that's what I'm gathering from this here. So the Flames get their second power play of the night. Yeah, Tanner Pearson, 2 minutes for holding ball. So we have streamed these two teams this season already. Again, we streamed Winnipeg for the first time on Thursday when they took on the Flyers. They obviously got the win in that game. And then we also streamed Calgary in night number 2 of the season, where they defeated the Oilers in a shootout. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Still in commercial break here. Sabres and Canadiens. It is 3-2 Montreal. And here we go. Nazem Kadri walking into the Calgary game wearing that Toronto Blue Jays jersey. You saw a couple other players wearing Blue Jays jerseys as they walked in as well. Morgan Frost was formerly a Phillies fan wearing that Vladdy jersey. Face-off coming here now in the Winnipeg zone. It's going to be a Calgary power play. What's the score of the Jays game? I haven't been able to really watch it. Frost versus Scheifele now. Face-off won by Winnipeg. Coronado to the point to Weegar. 3-1 Mariners, bottom of the 6th. Now Scheifele moves that one around then to the right side. Jets throw it down low and into the Flames' end. Weegar moves it through center ice. Drops it back. Frost Taking it in then, driving it over to Huberdeau as Calgary looks to get control of the offensive zone. Weegar to the right side, then Kadri. To Weegar. Weegar to Coronado. Coronado shoots it. That one goes up in the air and wide. Weegar then back to Coronado. Matthew Coronado. Over to Nazem Kadri. Throws it up to the point. Weegar to Kadri, a shot. That one deflects. And back to the right side. Now Frost feeds that one up to the point. Weegar to Frost. Frost trying to throw that one down low. Huberdeau moving the puck around. Tries feeding that one in front. It's intercepted there quickly. Now they'll battle for it down low in the corner. Puck is still loose and cleared around then to the right side. All the way back down into the Flames end. The Jets' penalty kill on the road this year has been phenomenal. They are 3 for 3 when killing off penalties not at home. And we get an icing here? And the Flames do not like that. That was a late whistle, and the Flames are not a fan of that call. And rightfully so. That's a little bit confusing. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It is really appreciated. Face off again here in the Calgary zone after that icing call. It is still 0-0 here. The Flames are on the power play for another 30 seconds. Face off is won by the Flames. Perek sends that pass off the boards. It's deflected there by Coleman into the Winnipeg zone. It's banked off the boards and all the way back down into the Calgary end. Again, the Flames really struggling to get offense. It's been a big part in why they are currently, at the time of streaming, dead last in the National Hockey League. 5 seconds to go here on the Flames power play. Shots are 6-6. Calgary breaks it into the zone. Anderson shoots it. Saved there by Hellebuck. And the power play does conclude, but that is their first and only shot of that power play, if that was even in the allotted time. We'll go back to commercial break here. 4:33 left in the first period. It's still 0-0. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated here as we're once again on another Watch with Nordic stream. This is stream number... I actually didn't look at the number. I should have looked at the number before I said that. This is Watch with Nordic stream number 94. All time. So we are 6 away. We'll be live on Wednesday, streaming the Minnesota Wild and the New Jersey Devils. And then on Saturday, we'll be live for Kraken and Oilers. And then guess what? We're back on Sunday for another Calgary Flames live stream against the New York Rangers. So we've already done, at that point, we would have done like 3 Calgary streams. What's up, MLS 7? How you doing? Showing off morning skate here with Ryan Huska. Huberdeau out there on the ice. Face-off going to come here again in the Winnipeg zone. Again, as I mentioned a few times here, Calgary has suffered a couple of losses here to start the year. They are 1-5. It has not been pretty for them in those 5 games that they've lost. In that game against Vegas on Saturday, they allowed 3 power play goals in a 6-1 loss. Kadri banks it off the boards now, racing forward here down low. Farabee battling with DeMello. Kadri tried throwing that one around down low. Now Huberdeau to the right side. Morrissey to Niederreiter as the Jets will get that one out. 4 minutes left here in the opening period. It is 0-0 still. Kadri into the zone. Drops it back. Farabee tries getting that one over there for Bean, and it's intercepted again by the Jets. They will get it out of the zone. Bean feeds a pass to Kadri. He can't get that pass in time. Now off the boards for Farabee, who will dump that one in. Now he gets off and onto the bench. In the Jets zone, Nemesnikov tries banking it off the boards. Kept in, though, by the Flames. Klapka feeds that one around to the right side. Kept him at the point then. Hanley behind the net. Klapka moves the puck around. Shoots that one down low. Now Lomberg battling for it with Pionk. On the right side now battling for it. And the Jets pick it back up. They will bank it out of the zone. And Calgary still going at it. Still pressuring those Winnipeg Jets. DeMello battling for it alongside Blake Coleman. Battling for it down low here in the Calgary zone. Thrown up to the point. Hanley will keep that one in there for the Flames. Pionk in the corner. Coleman battling for it here. Now Nemesnikov feeds that one all the way around. As the Flames race forward there. It's intercepted. Here's Connor. Kyle Connor looking for options. He's got some room. Pass in front. Morrissey! And that one banks up and out of play. Apologies, that was Hayden Fleury on that shot. Everything happened so quickly you realize, wait a second. So the full form videos are going to resume tomorrow. I apologize for the returning viewers here that we had a lack of that. This weekend has been a little bit crazy between schoolwork and actual work itself. I have not had a ton of time to put out videos, actually long form videos. Here's Connor, a shot, glove save by Dustin Wolf. And tomorrow I will have some time. We are going to release part 2 of the top 50 players. 25-1 will release tomorrow, so there's that. Wednesday, you can expect a news of the week video. Then I think we're gonna do a look back at a trade, possibly, or a team's off season, potentially. Face off here now in the Calgary zone. It's one back then by the Jets. Nyquist to Niederreiter. 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Still 0-0. Tays can't control that puck. It's kept in, though, by Nyquist on the right side. Jonathan Tays at the point. Moves in. Waits. Feeds that one to the point. A shot. DeMello breaks his stick. It's still kept in the zone, though, by Winnipeg. Morrissey feeds that one down low then for Tays. Tays to Morrissey. Back to Tays. At the point. DeMello, a new stick. Shoots that one, and that one goes off of Wolf and a big save there. Frost now banks that one off the boards and back into the Winnipeg zone. 1:40. Morrissey dumps that one in. Trying to get to that one down low. There is Ball. On the right side then Anderson. For Velarde. Connor. Down low Velarde. In front. Save. Rebound is taken back then quickly by Coleman. And Kadri gets that one back for the Flames. They'll attempt to rush it the other way. Here they come into the zone. Anderson shoots that one and it goes out of play. A little over a minute left in the first period. It's still zip, nada. Want to thank you guys for the stream on Thursday. We had 102 people in there. That is only the second time in the history of these streams that we've had over 100 people in one stream. I know, it's kind of wild to think. You'd think it'd be more, right? Me too. Face-off one then by the Flames. Shot there, deflect off the boards. Not that I'm mad about that. I still really enjoy these, and the content is still a lot of fun. And honestly, the views don't matter. And a penalty here against Winnipeg, I believe. Huberdeau and Stanley are going at it now as we get some pushing and shoving here. I think Stanley is the one that is the victim of this penalty. And the Flames will get their third power play. Let's see this net front battle. It's a interference call on Huberdeau, and Stanley, falls to the ground. Huberdeau comes around and probably says, "What the hell you doing there, man?" And then Stanley comes up to him and probably calls him a weak little word I can't say on the channel here. Power play coming up now for Calgary. It'll be their third of the period. Face off, one back then by the Flames. They shoot that one just wide, taken back then by the Jets. Here they come either way. Racing for it, battling down low is Coep. Fighting with Coronado, short-handed. And the Flames do get it back. Last minute of play here now in the first period. Frost moves it into the zone, coming in down low. It's intercepted there by the Jets. Kept it at the point then, Coronado to Huberdeau. A pass over, a shot by Kadri, and that one goes wide. Battling for it down low there. 35 seconds to go. Flames get it back. Huberdeau feeds it in front. There's nobody there and dumped down the other way then by the Jets with 30 seconds to go in the first period. What's up, man? How you doing? Weegar drops it back. Coronado to Zary. Battling for it down low in the corner. Time winding down. Jets will clear that one around. Now Kadri, 10 seconds left. Last chance here for a goal in this period. He gets tied up there down low. Now Zary up to the point. Weegar shoots it. And it goes wide, and that will do it for the first period. No goals in the opening frame. Shots were 8-7 in favor of the Jets. There were 4 power plays in that period. 3 of them went to Calgary, but none of them connected. It is 0-0 here after 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for the start of the second period momentarily. You were the only chance of Calgary winning a game this season. Don't break the 100%. Let's hope so. Let's hope we keep that undefeated record in streams for Calgary. It's kind of funny the way that that's gone. It dates back to last year. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll take a bit of a break here. If you guys have any questions for me or anything you want to talk about, by the way, go Flames go. Love to hear that. UK. Nice. Pretty sick. Going through some of the old live streams here. Just looking at some of the numbers here. 1 year ago on Tuesday. So for some reason I said the Aho overtime winner was a year ago today. It was not. It was a year ago on Tuesday. So I apologize for that. But a year ago on Tuesday, the Flyers took on the Capitals in a frozen frenzy last year. And the Capitals took that one home with a 4-1 win. We obviously streamed that game there as well. So that's pretty nifty. Again, just something cool we'd like to keep track of here with, you know, the amount of commentary streams we've done over the last, say, couple of years. It's been pretty fun to cover all of it. So, but yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. It is much appreciated. So, update here on Montreal and Buffalo. The Canadiens get the 4-2 win in that game. Lane Hudson scores the game winner. It's pretty nifty. You got to admit, that's pretty nice. As well as that, too, Philadelphia got the win over the Seattle Kraken earlier tonight as well. We were not live for that game, obviously, but regardless, still pretty cool. Update in Vegas, Carolina. Jack Eichel opens the scoring for Vegas. In that one, it is 1-0 Golden Knights. Do I think the Jets 1.5? Yeah, definitely possible. I would say. Not a hockey fan at all? Damn, should become one. That's fair enough, though. It's not for everybody. But hey, if you're betting, I respect that. Flames and Jets are scoreless. We got the paddle coming up next in Calgary. Like football and basketball, but I don't think I could get into hockey. I mean, that's fair enough. It's not for everybody. That's fine. I'm not gonna say like, oh, you're an idiot. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's not for everybody. I mean, I would say you should get into it because hockey's a great sport, but it's not for everybody. Boring sport, baseball. Yeah, I can see that. It's fun when you go. When you go to the game, it's good. But I won't deny that when you obviously, I won't deny that when you were trying to watch a game on TV, it can be a little bit boring. It's a long game. I like it, but I'm a nerd. So there's that. Dustin Wolf, 27 saves, doable. Yes, I would say so. He's already got 8 tonight. He needs like another 2/3 of that. It's doable. It's definitely doable. I wouldn't say that it's not doable. But yeah, Dustin Wolf hasn't been the greatest to start the year. But I don't put that full blame on him. Just to be blunt. No problem. No problem, man. Yeah, it's who running Devils 3 and Toronto 0? Devils play Toronto tomorrow? I haven't even looked at the games tomorrow. Maybe. Ace from Dallas, Texas. Thanks for the live stream. Hey, thanks, bro. I appreciate the sub. That is very much appreciated. Shout out to Ace. What a man. Yeah, Devils could beat Toronto tomorrow. Sheldon Keefe's former team. It's in Toronto. You know that he'd love to go in there and defeat his former team. For sure. Still an intermission report here. Not for much longer, though. I'm assuming like another 5 minutes, and then we'll get started with the middle frame here. They're just fixing up the net back there. You got Brendan Parker, Brett Cron, and Eric Francis for the Flames reporters there on the screen. Ooh, tomorrow Panthers and Bruins. I think I know what I'm watching tomorrow. That'll be a good game. Flyers don't play tomorrow. They play Ottawa. Great. So the Flames do play the Jets again on Friday. That is at Winnipeg, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So look forward to that one. Still an intermission report here. Let's go, Calgary. Love to hear that. We support both teams here, though. I do want to say that. No matter what the comments do, no matter what the comments say, we support all teams here. So we'll be live on Wednesday for Wild and Devils. Devils will be on a back-to-back. I think Minnesota might be as well. No, Minnesota will be fresh. So look forward to that on Wednesday. Thursday, there will be no streams. Friday, there will be no streams. We'll be live on Saturday for Oilers Kraken. Depending on what my work schedule is, I do not know what my work schedule is just yet. I may have a day off this weekend, so there's a chance we could have multiple streams on either Saturday or Sunday, depending on what my schedule looks like. So that's something you can look forward to there for sure. Who do I think is going to do better overall right now between them? I would lean Winnipeg. If we're talking in terms of, these two teams, I would lean Winnipeg. In my opinion, I think that with With the way these two teams have looked, I would lean. What's up, Von Hook? How we doing? Welcome to the stream, bro. All right. Still talking here in intermission. We'll get ready for the start of the second period in just a moment. But thank you all so much for tuning in. If you are new here, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. That'd be very much so appreciated. We do all these commentary streams multiple times a week. Been doing this for, this is season 2. All right, still in first intermission. I'd say another like 5 minutes, and then we'll get started with the second. Believe it or not, the final score will be 0-0. Really? Really? Hey. It'll be the first time ever. Technically, if it does go to a shootout, that is possible. I don't know, though. I don't know about that. Do I have Discord? I do not. Well, I do have a Discord, but I don't have like a server or anything. It's kind of like my private one. Actually, I do have a server. It's a lie. I don't really use it that much anymore. Will the Red Wings make the playoffs? Possibly. I think they've looked really good, but it's still too early in the season for me to really say much of anything in regards to that. I mean, it's not impossible, but I don't know. But thank you all so much for watching. Edmonton will go to the playoffs, and maybe Canucks this year. Yeah, Edmonton obviously makes it. There's no doubt about that. Vancouver, I think, can. They've been good. Just say yes. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. It's too early. It's too early to judge those things. It can be 2-2. Yeah, it can be. It's possible. Still a chance. All right. Are we ready to start the second here, or are we still in first intermission? It's been way too long. All right, I think we're ready here to start the second period. Or are we? Like, can you... All right, yeah, here we go. Start of the second period. First period recap. There were no goals in that middle frame. We get ready here for the start, and it is a power play for the Calgary Flames here for 50 seconds. Face-off here now is won by the Jets. We get started here in the middle frame. Puck is dumped into the Calgary zone. Wolf will play that one back down low, back for Weegar. Mackenzie Weegar now moves it through center ice, drops it back. Into the zone now, Frost to Huberdeau, to Kadri, shoots it, saved by Hellbuck. The rebound is directed away back into the goal. Kadri to the point, Weegar. On the right side then, Frost trying to play that one back down low. Coronado to Kadri. Kadri behind the net, Huberdeau throws it in front. That one is denied there and cleared all the way back down the other way by the Flames. And they will regroup. But not enough time to get a power play going there. That will be it. Good kill by the Jets. We're back to 5v5. Backlund banks that one off the boards. And it's offsides against Calgary. The game started. They've been through 1 minute of play. Yes, correct. I am a little bit delayed, though. I do want to say that. So you guys may hear me. I'm a little bit delayed, and then as well as that, too, the stream's delayed. I can't control that. All I ask is that there's no spoilers if you are watching this as well with me. Puck is cleared down low into the Calgary zone. Anderson now to Ball. In the corner. Flames will battle forward here now behind the net. Ball banks it off the boards. Out of their own zone. Now here they come. Farabee dekes around Pionk, but can't get the puck on the other side. You know he has that little bit of a tenacity to move the puck a little bit, get it moving around. Ball now battling with Velarde. Backlund to the right side, up to Coleman. Blake Coleman looking for options here now. We'll move it through center ice. Here's Backlund now with the puck. Down the right side, battling alongside Morrissey. Stolen back then by Stanley. He's knocked down. Chance in front. Farabee. What a block by Morrissey. And it goes back behind the net. That's what Morrissey's known for. He's got that good two-way sense. Stanley will move it through the zone. On the right side now, Scheifele trying to get to it there. Picked up by Bean behind the Calgary net. Stolen back up then, Weegar. Along the right side, Klapka. Banked then down low, Lomberg. Tries throwing that one in front. Saved by Hellbuck. The rebound is inside of him as he gets pushed there quickly. And why is my game forcing me to go to Calgary and Vegas? What the hell? And we get some pushing and shoving there. Why did it kick me out? What the hell? What the hell, ESPN? It just threw me out of the game. 17:55 now. We're back, by the way. I don't know why that was doing that. 17:55 left to go here in the middle frame. It is still 0-0. Both goaltenders playing very solid here so far. Face-off. Inside of the Winnipeg zone is one back then by the Jets. Played around down low, Fleury. Gives it back then as DeMello will clear that one down the other way. Puck goes up in the air. Nyquist trying to break that one out. Stolen back then there by the Flames. Here they come into the zone. Bringing it in is Hanzik. And he can't get a full control of that puck. Now Frost to the right side in front. Then Zary puts it through his legs. Still has the puck. Banks it off the boards. Then Hanley. Down low. Frost in front. Zary moves in. Shoots it. And it goes wide. Into the corner. Perek now battling for it down low. Shen. Fighting with the puck. Clears it around. Kept in, though, by the Flames. Fleury. Battling forward here at center ice. A huge hit there in center ice, and the Flames did not like that. A big hit there down low from, I think that might have been... Ooh, I'm not sure who that was, but Zary is down on the ground. And Perek was the one that took a big hit there from Nino Niederreiter. Welcome to the NHL, Zane Perek. We'll see the replay. There's going to be some penalties here as the boxes open up. And let's take a look at that. Yeah, Parekh looks out of it. Let's take a look at this replay here. Or no, you're just going to show Calgary not scoring. So looking at the hit itself, it's banked off the boards. Parekh has the puck. Niederreiter hits him into the boards. Does look like there's some head contact there. And there you go. You see another instance of the Jets going in there and defending themselves. Let's see what the call is. Two-minute minor penalty for Niederreiter for interference. The Flames will get another power play. Parekh is on the bench. Let's hope he's okay. And the Flames will get a power play here in the second period to start off. And yeah, that's not a pretty play. That's not a pretty hit there. Oh my God, George Springer tying home run in Game 7. Holy crap, that's crazy. So 2-minute power play here for Calgary. 17:09 left to go. I need to watch this replay. But regardless, I got to commentate a hockey game first. Face-off in the Winnipeg zone. Scheifele versus Parekh. Frost loses the draw. Frost at the right side. Kadri holds it into the zone. Frost open with some room. Shoots it. And that one dangles back to the right side. Kadri with it again. Flames power play at home this year, 1-10. 1 for 10. That is not great. Weegar now. Looking for options. Gives it back to Frost. He comes in. Shoots it. But the rebound's right there. It's kicked away. Barron now with it. And here comes Scheifele shorthanded. Mark Scheifele down the right side. Battling now with Weegar as he takes that puck behind the net. Intercepted there by Calgary. Now Kadri with it again. With 1:15 left to go here on the Calgary power play. On the right side, it's almost banked out there. Weegar keeps it in. Back then down low. Shen clears that one, or at least tries to. Nemesnikov now. Kadri banked out of the boards there by Winnipeg. Good clear by the Jets. And they are halfway to killing off another Flames power play. There's been 4 of them tonight. Zary gives that one up then for Farabee. Farabee into the zone. Back for Zary. Tries deking that one around. Stolen back then by Winnipeg. They will clear it all the way down the other way. 30 seconds left in the Flames power play. Calgary is getting opportunities, but there's not enough there to really move the narrative. Backlund battling for it. Feeds it up to the point. Farabee a shot. And that one goes wide. Rebounds in front. And nobody's there to tuck that one in for Calgary. Anderson to Farabee. Shoots it. It's deflected in the air as it goes back into the corner. Now Zary with it. Feeds it up to the point. Anderson keeps it in. Farabee a shot. Blocked. Now Coleman battles for it here down in the corner. Huberdeau fighting with Pionk. Power play is over. Another good kill there by Winnipeg. And puck is banked all the way back into the Flames' end. Anderson. Back to Kevin Ball. Ball feeds a pass up over there into the zone. Now trying to get it as Justin Kirkland. And it's kept in though by the Flames. Coleman down the right side. Blake Coleman shoots it. Saved by Hellbuck. The rebound is kicked away there. And now Nyquist banks it off the board. He'll try and rush it the other way, but he can't get past Hanley. And the Flames get it back. Intercepted. Taze drives it over then for Nyquist. Back to Taze. Jonathan Taze at the point. Stanley shoots it. And it goes back down low. Now Nyquist to Niederreiter. That one is banked off the boards there. Hanley rushing forward as he tries to battle for that one as well. Behind the net. Ball. Battling forward in the corner with Iafallo. Over there now Kirkland. Intercepted. Shot in front. Nyquist. Banked off the boards now down low into the corner. And we get a whistle here. And it's going to be a penalty against the Flames. The Jets will go to the power play for just The second time tonight overall, which is wild, to be honest with you. And that is on Kevin Ball for a, I believe it said interference call there. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It is much appreciated here. If you are new to the channel and you like what you see, I would love it if you would subscribe. Down low here now in the corner, Iafallo sends it up to Connor. Jets are 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. A lot of power plays for both for tonight in general. Morrissey tipped off the boards there to Scheifele. He goes back down low to the corner. Not a lot, though, for Winnipeg. Calgary's at like 5. Iafallo feeds it up to the point. Connor waits, shoots it. That one goes wide as well. Back then for Morrissey at the point. 13:30 to go in the middle frame. A lot of Jets jerseys down on the Winnipeg side. Connor down low in front. Saved by Wolf. The rebound is kicked away back down low. Wolf with no stick. Connor a shot save. Iafallo the rebound. Kick save by Wolf. What a stop and cleared back then by Calgary. He'll get his stick back. What a save by Dustin Wolf. Puck is dropped back then for Winnipeg. Scheifele to Connor. Down the right side then Velarde down low. Gabriel Velarde moves it around then behind the net up to the point to Taze. Jonathan Taze waits. Gives that one back up at the point. Morrissey a shot. Save again by Wolf. What a sequence of events for Dustin Wolf. He has played phenomenal here, especially on this kill. Calgary in the game because their goaltender doing a good job. Yep, definitely. 40 seconds to go on the Winnipeg power play. Faceoff is won back behind the net by the Jets. Niederreiter to the point. Nyquist to Pionk. Kick back then down low. Now battling for it is the Mesnikov alongside Anderson. Puck goes up in the air. And it's actually out of the zone, so it'll be offsides. Shots are 15-9. I don't think that number for Winnipeg, though, is correct. I think that will change. But the shots are up here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Puck is banked around back down low into the Winnipeg zone. Pionk to Nyquist. Gustav Nyquist will drop it back then for Nemestikov. Tries to race it into the zone. Anderson kicks that one all the way out. Pionk now to the right side as the Jets have it. Neil Pionk into the zone. Puck is banked out. And a good kill there by Calgary. They eliminate the Jets on that power play. It was a valiant effort, and a lot of it was Dustin Wolf, but they survive. Still 0-0, though. We're approaching the halfway mark. Shot there from Hanzik. Goes up and out of play. Or, I'm sorry, Bean. I don't know why I said Hanzik. My buddy Carter's at the game right now. Oh my God. George Springer. That's insane. Oh, what the hell? Why did it go to frickin'... Come on. Really? Why did it go to the stupid Calgary Vegas game again? Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. I have to restart my PS5. Ugh! I don't know why it's doing this. My Wi-Fi and my PS5 have been absolutely just on drugs. This has not been a cooperative week. I'm sorry, guys. We were in commercial break there. So I do apologize for that. At least I caught that. I gotta restart my... Come on, come on, come on. Alright, loading up the stream. Sorry, guys. I apologize for the delay. I don't know why it's... why it did that. Alright, we are back. Jets with the puck down the right side, intercepted there by Calgary in the Winnipeg end. 11.5 minutes to go in the second period. Shots are 15-10. Barron down low in the Flames end. Now Pearson skates it around in the corner. Tries feeding a pass up there in front. Farabee intercepts it then for the Flames. Kicked around then to the right side. Kadri battling for it there with DeMello. And here come the Flames. Huberdeau dekes around. What a poke by Connor Hellebuck to deny Calgary the goal. What a play. Ball. We'll drop it back and we get a whistle here. For I think maybe a hand pass or something along that capacity. I'm not sure why they're blowing the whistle here. Oh, Calgary got a bench minor penalty. Oh my goodness. Too many men against the Flames. The Jets will go back to the power play. Ooh, not good. Not ideal there. Definitely not ideal. Okay, that is way too laggy. I tried to pull up the score bug for the MLB game. Face off here now, won by the Flames. Coleman now on the right side will bank it off the boards. 1:50 left to go here in the Jets power play. As it's a too many men call against the Flames. This is the Jets' third power play of the game. This is the 7th power play overall. Iafallo now moves it down the right side. Still looking for the first goal tonight. Morrissey at the point. Connor waits. Down low. Iafallo in front. Saved by Wolf. The rebound is jabbed at. And I think it's still loose. Shot in front. And they don't score. The whistle's blown. That was confusing. And they blew that play dead. They were pushing at it back and forth. The ref made some gestures and huge net front battle there, but I believe Wolf kept it out. Despite Winnipeg still clobbering at that puck. The shot then did go into the net. I don't think it's going to be called a goal. We will see. There is some pretty clear goaltender interference there, so no, that goal will not be called. Here's Morrissey now at the point to the right side. Now down low, Connor. Pass in front. It's deflected, and it's a missed pass, and it goes out of the zone, and Winnipeg will be forced to regroup. Mark Scheifele, 10-10 left here in the second period. Scheifele to Connor. Kyle Connor drops it back. Jets have the puck. Velarde to the point to Morrissey. Morrissey to Connor. Up at the point, Morrissey looking for options. Now Scheifele at the right hash mark. To the point then, Morrissey. Morrissey back to Scheifele. Scheifele down low in front. Velarde a chance. Saved by Wolf. He can't tuck it in. It's back now behind the net. Farabee battling for it here with ball alongside Velarde. It's still a battle for it here in the corner. Scheifele throws it up to the point, and the Jets cannot keep that one in. Halfway through the second period here, still no goals in this one. 15 seconds left on the Jets power play. Nyquist moves it into the zone now on the right side. Tries feeding that one up to the point. He can't keep it in. It'll go back out and into the Jets' end. And that looks like that will pretty much do it for another power play. That is 7 power plays and no goals. Good PKs here by both teams. What team has taken the most amount of penalties? That's a good question. Bean battling forward here in the corner. Weegar now with the puck. I'll have to look that up. Dumped out of the zone then by Calgary. Picking it up just outside the Winnipeg end is Zary. And they'll throw it back into the Flames' end for them to regroup. Weegar to the right side. Kadri to Farabee. Pass in front. Saved by Hellebuyck as a close chance there for Huberdeau, but cannot tuck that one in. .8:25 left to go in the second period. It is still 0-0. This has been a mightily boring game. And now it's the top of the ninth in Blue Jays Mariners. It is in Toronto. Jays are up 4-3. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It is much appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. But again, it's not expected. If you're just here, you want to enjoy the commentary, that's fine too. We do these commentary streams every single week for all 32 teams as well. Oh, yeah, they're showing the Springer home run. All right, 1 out in the top of the ninth. All right, we'll go back to the Jays game in a moment. I cannot show the game, Moonlight, due to copyright. I cannot. Thank you, Gurkarat. I appreciate that. Face-off now on the right side, trying to keep that one in. Flames have it. They'll dump it down low into the Winnipeg zone. Stanley with the puck. Banked off the right side now, taking it back is Barron. Through center ice. Drops it back. Pearson to Barron now. Down back behind the net. Thrown up to the point then for Stanley. Down low as Kadri picks that one up for the Flames. Now Huberdeau banks the one off the other way. Here they come into the zone. It's Farabee. Drops it back. Hanley deking into the zone. Can't get a shot off. Leaves it back behind the net then. Farabee over to Huberdeau. He gets that puck to the point. Pareka shot. That one deflects just wide. Barron banks it off the boards now. Off to center ice and back into the Calgary end. 7.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Racing for it into the zone. A shot and a save there by Hellebuyck on a near really good chance for Justin Kirkland, but he could not finish. Oh boy, Blue Jays are 1 out away from the World Series. Face-off is won by the Jets in their own zone. Here's Morrissey with some speed, trying to break it down the other way. Cannot get it that far, and Winnipeg will regroup back in their own zone. Battling forward here at center ice, Lambert and Klapka. Puck drops back. Lomberg on the right side, banks it off the boards. Now it goes into the Winnipeg zone, and battling for it now behind the net. Klapka throws it in front. Nobody's there. Iafallo will get that puck out there for Winnipeg. 7 minutes to go here in the second period. It is still 0-0. No goals have been scored. Goalies are going to have some pretty good save percentages here by the end of this one. It's been an even game, too. Kirkland battling for it down low. Now Klapka as well. Adam Klapka on the right side. Anderson, a shot. They score! Shot from the point, Rasmus Anderson. A stare down at the Jets fans. And it's 1-0 Flames. So Anderson was the one that was doing the stare downs last year, right? With the Jets fans. Well, conveniently enough, he takes that shot from the point. It goes in on Hellebuck. Maybe it was tipped in front by Lomberg. I can't really tell. He shoots that one. It might have been tipped by Lomberg, but they pan to Anderson. He shoots that one on net. I don't think it was. I don't think it was tipped by Lomberg. I think that missed him, and then he takes a little looky-loo to the right side and stares down those Jets fans. That's pretty good. 1-0 Calgary. They break the ice at 6.5 minutes here in the second period. Shots are 16-13 in favor of the Flames. Delayed offside here for Winnipeg. Now picked up quickly then by Morgan Frost. Frost to Weegar. Back to Frost. He dekes into the zone down the right side. Shoots it. Saved there by Hellebuck. Played back then behind the net. Shen over to Tays. Puck comes all the way back out. And back for Weegar. That is Anderson's second goal of the season. The assists on that are from Klapka and Lomberg. Puck is down low now in the Jets' end. On the right side, they will get it out. It goes out of play. And the faceoff will come outside of the Calgary zone. Well, there you go. Blue Jays are off to the World Series. Yep, Blue Jays to the World Series. Whew. Jays are off to the World Series. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Still here in the second period. Rasmus Anderson with that goal, assisted by Klapka and Lomberg. It's a 1-0 lead for the Flames here in the second period. It's been a real goalie duel here so far. Yep, the Anderson stare. There you go. They just showed it again on the screen. That is awesome. Love that. All right. Oh, sorry. Face off now outside of the Calgary zone. Ball now versus Connor. Now Anderson on the right side. Coronado banks it off the boards. It goes out of the zone. Dumped back in then by Winnipeg. Stanley at the point. Down low then. Scheifele trying to get to it there. Lomberg over for Backlund. Backlund will dump that one in down low into the corner. Blake Coleman feeds it around. Tries throwing it into the corner. Now Scheifele back to Velarde. Over to Pionk. Neil Pionk. Intercepted. Here comes Coronado the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Coronado moves in. Shoots it. It's blocked by Stanley. Coleman a shot. Saved by Hellbuck. The rebound. It stays there for a minute. But Connor does get it out. 5 minutes left here in the second. Flames with a 1-0 lead. And that's an offsides there against Calgary. Blue Jays to the World Series. Yep. I have Jets winning for my parlay. Do we think they will win? Yeah, it's still early. It's still second period. They're only down 1-0. Two-minute power play here for Winnipeg. I'm sorry, it was a delayed penalty. Sorry, I was not paying attention. So power play here for Winnipeg once again. It's going to be against, I believe, Coleman is what they said. And up at the point now, Pionk on the right side. Neil Pionk to Nemestikov. Shoots it! And it goes up in the air and back down low behind the net. Nemestikov on the right side to the point. Pionk waits. To Nemestikov on the right side, back at the point. Down low, Nyquist. They got their second unit out there to start off. Down low now, Tays battling for it. Thrown around to the right side now. Farabee will clear that one all the way down the other way. Having terrible penalty look. Yeah, they're not having a great power play. And they're taking a lot of penalties. Hasn't been that pretty. Iafallo to Connor. Connor moves in, shoots it, save, rebound in front is kicked, and saved by Wolf. He covers that one up. Great announcing. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate it. I do what I can. I do my best. Halfway through the power play here. Shots are 19-16. The Jets are starting to catch up here a little bit. It is 1-0 Flames. Backlund now versus Velarde. The faceoff is won back by Winnipeg. Connor trying to feed that one up to the point. Coleman gets there first. Blake Coleman now moves it behind the net, battling with Connor. Down low. Scheifele feeds it up to the point. Morrissey now waits. J-Mo moves it around at the point now to the right side. Scheifele. Down low then for Velarde. Back to Scheifele at the point. He'll move into the zone. Shoots it. Saved there by Wolf. Puck is kicked away. And back for Morrissey now at the point. Huberdeau has left the bench and has gone to the locker room. They just revealed that on the broadcast. Here come the Jets. Connor to the right side. Velarde a shot. Another save by Wolf. What a stop. He keeps his play going here. At the point now, Connor to the right side. Waits. Skates it around. Looking for options now. Down low, Morrissey shoots it. Saved by Wolf. The rebound's there. It's kicked away by Calgary. What a play. That's multiple times over that segment of hockey where there's a rebound right there for Winnipeg to tuck it in. But Calgary, good defensively, kicking some of those plays away. And it looks like Huberdeau's back in the game. Wolf now battling forward here in the corner. Weegar to Huberdeau. Sends it down the other way. Here they come. Hanzik on the right side trying to take that one in. Battling for it now in the corner. Hanzik to Bean. A shot. He shatters his stick. It's kept in the zone, though, by the Flames. Huberdeau down low with 2:23 left to go in the second. Now Kadri with it. Up to the point. Bean shoots it, and he can't keep it in. It's back into the Flames' end. Shots are 20-19 in favor of Winnipeg. They have applied the pressure. Whoever asked if Wolf could get 27 saves, it's still possible. Less than 2. Klapka moves it into the zone. He's got some room. Comes in, shoots it. Glove save by Hellebuyck despite having Hayden Fleury basically sliding right into him. Ugh. Face-off now in the Winnipeg zone is won back then by the Jets. Fleury on the right side, battling for it down low. Hayden Fleury banks it off the boards. Back then for Iafallo. Trying to move it the other way. Parekh drops it back. Here come the Flames. Now Kirkland rushing for it here in the zone. Behind the net now down low. Fleury with it. Hanley feeds that one around. Banked off to the point. Parekh tries keeping that one in. Now on the right side. Klapka. Lomberg a shot. It's blocked. Kirkland battling forward here now on the right side. Puck goes up to the point. Hanley to Lomberg. Lomberg trying to keep it in. Flames have it. Parekh on the right side. Shoots that one back down low. Now Adam Klapka with it in the corner. Tries clearing that one around. Jets get it back. Last minute of play here now in the second period. Niederreiter moves it into the zone. It's a 3-on-3. He shoots that one just wide of the net. Under a minute to go here in the second. Klapka moves it into the zone. Deeks around Pionk. Can't get a shot in front. Moves it around then behind the net. Battling here in the corner. And puck goes up and out of play. With 37.3 left. Shots are 20-19. Is Winnipeg doing that bad? I don't get why they're being so bad right now in this game. They're not playing too bad. They're out shooting the Flames in terms of shots. They're getting chances, but Dustin Wolf's been playing awesome. Shots this period are 11-11. It's been a very even period. It's been a very good hockey game so far. I appreciate everybody who has tuned in here tonight. It's only going to get better from here. 37.3 seconds left in the middle frame. Face-off won by Calgary in the Winnipeg zone. Anderson a shot. It's stopped there by Hellebuyck this time around. At least that time. Face-off. Cleared around back then, down low into the corner. Wolf now on the right side. Anderson banks it off the boards. 20 seconds to go here in the second period. Here's Ball. One last push for Calgary. Will bank it down low into the zone. 15 seconds to go. Now Coronado battling forward here as well. Morrissey on the right side trying to bank it off. Now Backlund battling for it. Connor gets that one out of the zone. 6 seconds left. Scheifele knocks down a Calgary Flame, but it doesn't matter. That will do it here for the second period. Rasmus Andersson with the go-ahead goal. It is 1-0 Calgary here as we head into the second intermission, and then we'll get ready for the third period here. But that being said, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for the start of the third period here momentarily. I need to use the restroom, so I will be right back, and then we can break down that second period. All right, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to use the restroom real quick. I thought that was a really good period from both sides. Again, the amount of penalties and the fact that nobody has scored, it's crazy to me. It's still crazy to me. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's wild. But regardless, I think that both teams are looking pretty solid here. I gotta say, I really liked how this game has gone. Just from the moment that Calgary scored that goal, it's been back and forth. The shots are, I believe, 20-20 in terms of the actual shots. I didn't update it after the end of the period here, but I will just now. Looking at the game center here, yeah, shots are 22-21 in favor of the Jets, but it's been a very close game from all accounts. I like the way both teams have played. Sorry, I left that on there for a while. I apologize. So, a lot of positives to take away from that game. 100%. Jets going to F up my parlay worst team to the worst team. Hey, there's still time. There's still time. There's still time. There is still time. You got to believe. You have to believe. By the way, just want to mention if you guys can follow the Watch Nordic Instagram at WatchWNordic, you can get all of the commentary highlights, the streaming schedule, and more there as well. Just at WatchWNordic on Instagram. Will I be lying? Lying? You mean streaming? Yes, I did. I believe I did the Winter Classic last year. I'll probably do that again this year. I can imagine why I wouldn't. But then again, you never know with the way things are and stuff, schedules and stuff like that. But I don't see a reason why I wouldn't. Just being honest with you. Can it tie? Yes. There is still a chance for this game to tie. There's still another period left to play. So I think there's a real chance that, yes, the Flames or the Jets can still tie this game. For sure. Oh, you guys know what I need to do? I need to do a quiz for my one class. Forgot about that. I need to do that. Do I know anyone who does ECHL coverage? Not in like terms of like streaming. No, unfortunately, I do not. I will say this though. I mean, I do cover the ECHL myself. I am a Reading Royals reporter. I do some of their intermission stuff. I do talk to the players. I make videos about the games, recapping them on my podcast channel at Nordcast Network. So I do that, but I don't know anybody in particular who does commentary, like just ECHL. I'm sorry. I wish I did, because then I would be more invested in them and probably would know them, but I don't, unfortunately. Lomberg leads the Flames with 41 hits. They're interviewing him right now on the Sportsnet broadcast. Damn right. Sebastian Aho extends his point streak to 6 games. Ehlers gets his first point with Carolina. About time. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It is much appreciated. If you are new here to the channel, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. That'd be much appreciated. Help us grow the channel here and the overall commentary. Also, like the stream as well. That'll be much appreciated, too. Thank you all again so much for tuning in. We are still in intermission report here. Let's go take a look around the NHL here real quick before we get started. So again, the other 3 games already wrapped up. Minnesota took down the Rangers. Philadelphia took down Seattle. Montreal took down Buffalo. Vegas and Carolina right now is currently 2-1 Vegas, as Carolina is in risk of losing their undefeated streak here so far to start the season. Thank you all so much for being here today. We will be live on Wednesday for Wild and Devils. We've only done the Devils I think 2 times, so it's going to be a new one for them. They have yet to win a game. Minnesota, we've done a decent amount of times there as well. Again, we are trying to cover all 32 teams here. I say that, and then we're doing like 3 Calgary streams in October. Yeah, I can almost guarantee you guys we probably won't do a Calgary stream in November, unless if I don't have a choice. So, again, Wednesday we are doing Wild and Devils. Saturday is our next stream. We'll be doing Oilers and Kraken. That's a 10 p.m. start. And then on Sunday, we'll be doing Rangers and Flames. Back here in Calgary. Perfect. All right, got to update the all-time Watch with Nordic scoring sheet with Rasmus Andersson scoring the first goal of the game. Andersson once again with the iconic stare down as he usually has. He loves to do that. Andersson's first point. Yeah, a lot of Blue Jays chance there. I'll be rooting for the Blue Jays for sure in the World Series. As a Phillies fan myself, losing to the Dodgers was a frustrating feat, and I would like for somebody to take them out. Although, and this isn't me dissing the Blue Jays, I have a feeling that's not happening. Final score 1-0. I guess we'll see. Dustin Wolf so far has been absolutely incredible. I don't know if the final score will be 1-0. There's still another period to go, but we'll see. I guess we shall see. Excuse me. All right, we're getting ready to start the third period here in just a second. In the next couple of minutes here. Second period recap. The only goal scored so far, Rasmus Andersson, a shot from the point assisted by Adam Klapka and Ryan Lomberg. Dustin Wolf is perfect here so far heading into the final period. Connor Hellebuck has not been too bad either, although Wolf obviously has been very good for Calgary. Connor Hellebuck, a .952 regardless. That is still very respectable and very solid for that guy for sure. So you got to be happy with that 100% if you're the Jets. I don't think you blame this game on him that much. Just going to be honest. There's my pen. I was looking for this before I got started. It's on the ground. All right, here we go. Start of the third period here in Calgary. The boys are wearing Blue Jays hats. A lot of Blue Jays fans, obviously. They are absolutely thrilled, of course. All right, here we go. Start of the third period. It's do or die for Winnipeg. Do I think the Jets will score? It's possible. All right, puck is down low in the corner. I think they will. This is a really good team. They should be able to answer back. They should be able to. I don't know if they will. Shot here to the right side. It goes just wide of Connor Hellebuck as the puck is in the Jet zone. Puck slides out in front now. Racing for it then is Connor. Flames will attempt to keep it in. They cannot do so. Scheifele down the right side. Back then cleared in for Velarde into the Calgary zone. And back out then for Connor. Connor to Velarde. Has to wait to gain the zone. Kyle Connor moves it into the zone. Shoots that one way wide of the net. Now Scheifele trying to get to that puck. It's intercepted. Here they come the other way. It's Lomberg. 2-on-2. Coronado back to the right side. And he can't get a shot off. Now being a drive. It deflects up in the air and back below. And on the other end. We get a whistle here. As it was a high stick. And Calgary could not touch the puck. So they just gave up and blew the whistle anyways. Jets are winning. We'll see. Still some time. See if they can get it done. 18:56 left to go in the third period. 1-0 Calgary. Iafallo versus Kadri now. Faceoff stays in the Winnipeg zone. It's won back then by the Jets. A big hit to the face, and that's going to be a penalty. A high stick off the faceoff on Neil Pionk. And the Jets We'll get a power play here and a chance to tie the game. Could it be 4, though, is the question. Is there blood on the play? It's going to be against Nazem Kadri. Looks like it'll be 2 minutes. Didn't see any blood that would determine it be 4, so it looks like it'll probably be 2 minutes. Not an ideal call there, though. I mean, I guess you can understand what Kadri's doing. But regardless, shots are even here in the third period. Winnipeg with their, I think their 4th or 5th power play in this game. There's been a lot of them. They've had 14 of their 22 shots, though, on the power play. They are 0 for 4 tonight with 13 shots. Let's see if they can connect on this one. Faceoff now cleared back down behind the net. Anderson races to that puck. He will clear that one all the way down the other way and in on Hellebuck. Good clear there by the Flames. Morrissey moves it around to the right side. Back then for Scheifele. Mark Scheifele moves it through center ice. Drops it back then down low. Up to the point for Velarde. Morrissey to Scheifele. To Morrissey at the point. Tries moving it in. Back to Scheifele. Down low Velarde. Gabriel Velarde moves it into the zone. Shoots it. It goes up in the air and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Calgary end. Face-off coming again in the Calgary zone. Again, shots are 23-23 now. Banked around to the right side, all the way back down into the Jets' end. And Calgary can't get that one. Oops, sorry. Iafallo banks it back then for Connor. Connor to Scheifele. Jets move it into the zone. Iafallo to the point. Velarde looks for options. Morrissey to Scheifele. Scheifele down low, up to the point. Scheifele to Connor, and saved there by Wolf. Rebound in front is covered. And that was Morrissey with the shot there. I apologize. Happened really quickly. I wasn't thinking. Sometimes your natural reflexes go to Connor or some other player. Other people who have commentated games before may understand that. So Dustin Wolf staying perfect here, makes that save. It was a close one, but he got it done. Jets continue their pressure. Faceoff is won by Calgary. They can clear that one down the other way. Jets cannot keep that one in. 42 seconds left on the Winnipeg power play. Pionk into the zone then for Nemesnikov. Down the right side. Jets move it into the zone. Pass up to the point. Niederreiter. To Pionk. A shot. They score! Tipped in front. It's Jonathan Toews. And the Jets have tied it. Jonathan Toews. Here in the third period. His first as a Jet in nearly 3,000 days. I'm pretty sure that was tipped in front. Let's see if it actually was. Otherwise, that call kind of sucks. It looks like it was. It was redirected by Jonathan Toews. His first goal as a Jet and his first goal in a very, very long time. And Winnipeg has tied the game here in the third period. Toews, his first of the season. Assist on that goal, Neil Pionk and Nino Niederreiter on a power play goal at that. So finally, through what felt like a gazillion different power plays, we're showing off Toews' last NHL goal, April 13th of 2023 against the Philadelphia Flyers. That was his final game as a Chicago Blackhawk. And what a shot there, Pionk at the point. You got to be happy there if you're Jonathan Toews, who, honestly, for a guy who hasn't played in as long as he has, he's been pretty good. He hasn't been that terrible. 17 minutes to go here now in the third period. It is 1-1. We are tied. Shout out Money Mike. Here's Kadri now. Throws it in front. Off the post! Oh, my Lord. They almost got the lead right back. Huberdeau now behind the net at the point. A shot! Saved there by Hellebuyck if that got on net. Now the Jets take it back the other way. Here's Brad Lambert. Lambert into the zone. Pass over to the right side for Koep. He cannot get that pass. Lambert throws it in front. And a stop there by Wolf. Anderson's tripped by Koep. They won't call it. 3-on-2 here for Calgary. Kadri down low. Farabee a shot. Saved by Helly. Down low Fleury. 16-10 left to go in the third. Shots are 26-25. There will be no shutouts tonight. Puck goes up in the air. It's in Wolf's crease. It's kicked the other way then by the Flames. It goes out of the zone. That could have been a disaster. Connor on the right side then for Winnipeg. Will drop it back. Shen dumps that one into the zone. Weegar behind the net, trying to play it up there for Klapka. 3-on-2 again for the Flames. It's the fourth line. A shot by Klapka. That one goes wide. Now back then behind the net. I mean, you can still get your 27 saves. You can still get it. Jake Bean dumps that one down low. Cleared back around then to the right side. Klapka battling for it with Velarde. Frost trying to play that one through. Now Scheifele. Here he comes the other way. Mark Scheifele with some room. Waits, looks for options. Throws that one up to the point. It's tipped off a stick and goes back out. At center ice. Niederreiter. And puck goes into the Jets bench. And what a stop by Hellebuyck on that Huberdeau shot. It goes off of the post. It was a close call. Right then and there, it could have just been a 1-0 or a 2-1 Flames lead. Just like that, right back to it. But nope. So some good offense there by the Flames, but they cannot complete that one. Face-off is won back then by Calgary. It's cleared all the way down the other way. Getting that puck then for it quickly is Hanley, who will attempt to move it down the other way. Battle for it here at center ice. It's still just jammed up right in front of the penalty box. Multiple players with their feet trying to kick that puck around. Finally, it does come free. It drops back to the Jet zone. Pionk now to Stanley. Logan Stanley moves it into the zone. Comes in, shoots it. It goes up and out of play. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been a phenomenal hockey game so far. We have a lot to go here, though. We are tied at 1 goal apiece here in the middle frame. Face-off coming here now inside of the Calgary, and it's won by the Jets. At the point, Morrissey a shot. That one deflects wide and back down low. Coronado now for Anderson. Tries to clear. Kept in, though, by the Jets. And Calgary gets it right back. 3-on-2 now for the Flames. Coleman tries getting it over to Backlund. That one is banked back down low. Behind the net. Morrissey picks it up then. Trying to shoot that one around. Coronado tried throwing that one in front. And that one was no good. Nyquist clears that out then into the Flames. And Anderson will attempt to bank it off the boards. Now Kevin Ball. Cleared away then down low. Coronado back for Kadri. Kadri tries throwing it around in front. That one goes back behind the net. Now Connor gets it back for Winnipeg. Over to Taze. Back then for Velarde. They can't get that one through. Now Bean moves it into the zone. Jake Bean to Kadri. Up to the point. Deking around then. Weegar. A shot by Farabee. Goes up and into the glove of Connor Hellebuyck. Jonathan Taze with his first goal as a Winnipeg Jet with 13:21 left to go in the third period. We are tied 1-1. This has been one hell of a hockey game so far. 27 saves for Wolf. Love that. Jets need to win. There's still a chance. We'll see if it can happen. Who do I have for the W? Who did I predict? Let me go to my. I have a slide on my spreadsheet that I have for all the streams that has my predictions. I picked Winnipeg this morning to win, but I will say this: Calgary is undefeated when I live stream them, so there's a good chance for either. It's crazy. We've only done three games up to this point. So that shot from the point from Pionk, tipped in front by Tays. Face-off coming here now inside of the Jets zone. We're still looking for the game tying, or the go-ahead goal here, I guess you could say. Kadri versus Tays is blown off, as is a face-off violation. There's Scott Arniel, head coach of the Winnipeg Jets. Got them to the winningest record last year. Now Farabee versus Tays, and the Jets win the draw. Morrissey now back to the right side. Banked off the boards there. Jets have the puck. They try and move it down the other way, but they cannot connect and get anything going. Here's Kadri. Dekes around. Almost had a spinorama move right there. That would have been pretty nifty if he could have gotten that done. But he could not get through in time. Farabee now battling forward in the corner with Pearson. Now Kadri behind the net, looks for options. Feeds it up to the point. Bean, a shot! And that one deflects back to the right side. Now Nyquist battling for it with Weegar as well. Pionk on the right side. Sends it all the way down the other way. Racing for that one is Pearson, but he cannot get there in time. It's an icing against Winnipeg. Shots are dead even. 27-27 here in the third. This has been a very even hockey game for most of it, to be honest with you. And a really good chance there from Farabee during that sequence was denied. Both goalies have played awesome. You love a game that's close. There's no doubt about that. Face-off here won by Frost. Ball a shot. And another save by Hellebuck. And this is good because Hellebuck, when we do these streams, has a really bad save percentage. So, as we talked about in the pregame, that's really going to amp up his save percentage. This game is for sure. .12:36 remaining here in the third. The assist on the Jonathan Tays goals are from Neil Pionk and Nino Niederreiter. Face off here in the Jet zone is won back by the Flames. On the right side now, Zane Parekh trying to clear that one back down low. Need Jets win a Marner to get one shot. You're almost there. Cleared around to the right side now. Niederreiter battling forward here, trying to get it out of the Jets' end, and they do so successfully. Now they send Iafallo. Iafallo trying to get past Hanley, and he cannot do so, as the Flames defense will get it back, but it's kept in, though, by the Jets. Niederreiter battling forward here down low in the corner. And a net battle there down low. Niederreiter, Hanley, Zary, as they're still battling for it down low. Can't get that puck loose. Under a player's stick. 11:50 left to go. Finally, it does come free. DeMello clears that one around. Now Nemestikov trying to get that puck. We'll send that back then behind the net. And tied up down low is Niederreiter battling with Iafallo. Intercepted there by Frost, who will break it down the other way. He looks tired. He'll gain the red line and just dump it in. And now he'll get a line change. Shots are 29 to 27 in favor of Calgary. Not 209, sorry. Banked off the boards. Racing forward is Lambert. Cleared off then by the Flames. Back down low into their own end. Hellebuck. Over then for Shen. Now for Cole Koepke. Trying to bank that one off the boards is Barron. Backlund clears that one down low. Jets can't get to it. DeMello now to Barron, who backhands that one all the way down low. Now Weegar takes it back for Calgary, over for Bean. Bean sends a pass to the neutral zone. Racing for now is Lomberg as it slides into the Jets' end. Morrissey trying to play that one as well. It's picked up by DeMello. Over for Lambert. Lambert to Koepke. Now down low then, Kevin Ball with the puck. 1-1 hockey game here. 10 minutes to go. Puck slides in on Hellebuck. He will make the save. So just a reminder of the last game that we did with the Flames. It was a 4-3 shootout win against the Edmonton Oilers. They tend to do that. They came back from down 3-0 in that one. We do have a player looking for his first NHL goal. Brad Lambert is looking for his first National Hockey League goal tonight. As well as that, too, I believe Samuel Honzek may be as well. He is. Just wanted to bring that up here quickly. Face-off in the Jets zone is won back by Winnipeg. Now Stanley playing it down low. Clears it all the way down, or at least tries to. And Winnipeg will get it back. Pionk on the right side. 10 minutes left in the third. It's still 0-0. Ball now battling with Scheifele. Behind the net, Velarde picks it up. To Scheifele behind the net. Throws it in front to Connor. And it's blocked there by Anderson, who will clear it out of the zone. But the Jets will regroup and bring it right back in. Pionk dumps it down low. Huge hit there in front by Weegar on Scheifele. Puck wasn't even remotely close to the play. Coronado, a shot saved there by Hellebuck. I think it might have been a collision. Sorry, I maybe exaggerated that. I think it might have been a collision there in front. But 9:49 left to go in the third period. We are tied at 1 after that Jonathan Toews goal. So Jonathan Toews, his first goal as a Jet and his first point and goal in Watch with Nordic history, so that's pretty cool. Again, guy's been through a lot. He spent the last 2 or 3 years not in the NHL and then decides to make an NHL return, was signed to a 1-year, $2 million deal, and I would say so far he hasn't been too bad for a guy who hasn't played in who knows how long. Can't really complain. Just going to be honest with you. Can't really complain. See, Niederreiter gets the assist on that goal. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new here to the channel, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. That would be much appreciated. We do these commentary streams every single week. We got Minnesota and New Jersey coming up on Wednesday. We may have a special theme night for that one. There will be 2 more charity streams. Those will be this weekend. Raising money for breast cancer. We're up to $142. Minus the overall revenue in terms of like ad revenue from the shorts and stuff like that. Face off here now in the Winnipeg zone. It's won back then by the Jets. On the right side, Jets trying to play it through the neutral zone and back to the right side now. Nyquist racing for it. Flames have it. They'll bank it off the boards and out into center ice. Now Shen looking for options. Puck will go all the way back down the other way and into the Calgary zone. It'll be an icing against Winnipeg. Shots are 31-27. Well, again, if you guys have Instagram and you like the commentary streams, I would love if you go follow the Watch Nordic Instagram at WatchWNordic. You can find the commentary clips, the streaming schedule. That's how some games go. The streaming schedule is what it's actually called, and more content there as well. Puck in front for Zary. He nearly put that one in the air. What a play. Here's Hanley now at the point. Looks for options, bank back down low. Stolen back by the Jets. Here's Nyquist down the other way. He's got Flames on him to Pearson. Waits, shoots it, blocked off of Hanley. What a block by Joel Hanley. Pearson will battle for it down low in the corner, or at least try to now. Hanley back for Parekh. Parekh banks it off the boards. Now Zary racing forward here as it goes back down and into the Winnipeg zone. DeMello moves it down the right side. Tries sending a pass up then to Mesnikov. Breaks it into the zone. Morrissey almost got to that one, but nope. 8:32 left to go in the third. Wolf clears that one around then. Back for Ball. All the way out to the neutral zone now. 8:30 left to go. Coronado on the right side. Trying to play that one down low. He could not get enough oomph on that puck. Ball banks it off the boards. Then Jets bring it back in. Nemesnikov shoots it. It goes wide. Pionk dumps it back down low. Wolf goes to play it. And gives that one over to Weegar. Time winding down. Farabee to the right side. A shot. And that one goes wide off of a Huberdeau opportunity there. Puck in front for Farabee. He cannot get a shot on. Now Velarde battling for it down low with him. Puck comes free. Huberdeau looks for options. Kadri to the point. Weegar shoots it. Saved by Hellebuck. He fends that one off there as well. Now banked off the boards and all the way back down the other way. Racing forward is Connor. But it'll be another icing against the Jets. Connor's very looking, I would say, very noticeable here tonight. I would say that's a definite. He's looked pretty noticeable out there on the ice for the Calgary Flames. Up at the point, Ball. Shot back down behind the net. Kadri to Ball now as he tries to dump it back down low. Now Stanley to the right side. A shot tipped in front. Save there by Hellebuck. Huberdeau with 7:20 left. Intercepted by the Jets. They will clear that one out of the zone and goes back into the Calgary end. Now Ball regroups with it for the Flames. Weegar. Down the other way now, Kirkland. Kirkland, a pass over then for Klapka. He cannot get that puck. Try sending up to the point. It's intercepted. Jets trying to break it the other way, and they can't get to the puck. This is a good defensive game all around. The shots are relatively even. It's been a pretty good game, but time is ticking. Goals from Rasmus Andersson and Jonathan Toews. Down low in the corner now, Lomberg battling forward here on the right side. Behind the net now, picked up by Weegar. Weegar up for Kirkland as a backhand goes up in the air, and the camera did not pan to where the puck is. It's in the Jets zone. I was like, where's the puck? Winnipeg trying to break it out of their own zone. Fleury sends a pass up. Now Pearson with some room, skates it back around, shoots it on net. It's deflected as it goes back behind the net. And back for the Flames. Hanley to Backlund. Dumps that one in down low. Now Morrissey with it. 6 minutes to go in the third. They can't keep that one in. It'll slide out, and now Calgary will have to regroup with it. Just tune in. Who do you think will win? I got a feeling that Calgary is going to steal this one. I got a feeling. I know I said Winnipeg earlier, but I'm starting to have that feeling that Calgary is going to steal this game. Anderson now to the right side. It goes all the way back down and into the Winnipeg zone. Logan Stanley with the puck. Moving it down the other way. Banked off the boards then all the way back into the Calgary end. Battling in the corner. 5.5 to go. Shots are 12-6 in favor of the Flames in this period. 3-on-2 now for Calgary. Kadri into the zone with Farabee and Huberdeau. And they can't connect on that one. Now Nemesnikov banks it off the boards. And down low into the Calgary zone. Weegar to Bean as he moves it in. Down the right side. Not a lot of room. Shot there. Saved by Hellebuck. That was an easy stop, though. Now here come the Jets. Scheifele with Connor. Connor to Scheifele. He scores! A pass in front from Kyle Connor. It's Mark Scheifele with 4:54 remaining. And Winnipeg takes a 2-1 lead. What a pass in front by Kyle Connor to get that one through. It was an easy shot there from Hellebuck. It breaks the Jets down the other way. Connor moves into the zone. Scheifele skates past the defenders and gets that shot there in on Dustin Wolf. And the Jets lead 2-1. Just like that. Mark Scheifele with the go-ahead goal. 4:54 left to go in the third. It is 2-1 Jets. Cleared around then down low. Jets trying to play that puck. Calgary looking to keep that one at the point. Behind the net now with it is Fleury. Up to Koepi. Trips down low. Anderson in front. Hanzik a shot off the post. Oh my lord, he almost had his first NHL goal. That would have been unbelievable. Here's Shen now on the right side. Sends that one all the way down the other way. It will not be an icing. 4:20 left in the third. Keep an eye out for Dustin Wolf. You know it's coming here at some point. Keep an eye out. Told you they would score in the last 5 minutes. Well, there you go. Look at you. You got it right there 6 seconds into the final 5. Coleman moving into the zone, trying to drop it back. It's intercepted. So I will take the blame for that, Calgary. Because I literally said like a minute ago that the Flames would win. The Nordic jinx is back at it again. Here's Bean down the right side. Now Backlund moves it into the zone, skates around. Coronado waits, pass in front. Anderson over, and they can't get a shot on. Just shoot it. Now 3:40 left to go in the third. Cleared back down into the Calgary end. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been a phenomenal game so far. I really appreciate all of your guys' support. The Flames have scored 2 goals or less in 5 straight games. The offense has seemingly been very dry. They need to get a goal here and soon. You are playing the best goalie in hockey, I would argue. Puck outside of the Calgary zone. Now Pionk regroups with it. 3 minutes left in the third period. It is a 2-1 Winnipeg lead on a Mark Scheifele goal assisted by Kyle Connor and Josh Morrissey. Puck back down low into the Flames' end. Hanley banks it off the boards. Trying to get it back to the right side then, and battling for it here at center ice. Zary and Velarde battling for it. Puck slides out. Regrouping with it now is Pionk with 2.5 minutes to go. Keep an eye out for Dustin Wolf once Calgary gains the zone. We saw in the game on Thursday between Vegas and Boston. Vegas was just not letting Boston get anything. So we'll see if that's the same narrative here. Zary to Backlund, tried throwing it up to the point. It was intercepted. Connor now back then for Nyquist. They'll gain the red line and dump it in. Give me snag on this parlay. Looks like they might have it here for you. 2 minutes to go. Zane Parekh moves it down the right side. Clears it around then behind the net. Bean battling with Coleman. DeMello. That one down low. Back then on the right side. Jets will bank it out of the zone. Calgary does get it back, and here they go. Bean to Coronado. Deeks into the zone. They still have the puck. Kadri on the right side. Empty net for Calgary. Coronado now on the right side as the Flames have a chance. Weegar up to the point. Anderson to the right side. Coronado waits. Shoots it in front. Deflected just wide. I thought they had it there for a moment. The Jets will get it out of the zone, and Calgary will have to regroup. And we get a whistle here for, I think, an offsides call. I'm not sure, but the net will stay empty. And Samuel Honzek with a shot that rings off the pipe. That would have been his first National Hockey League goal. Oh, that's gotta suck. And a deflection there by Kadri nearly went in. I thought for a second that would have been it right there off of Kadri's skate or stick or whatever that is. But not enough. Calgary will call their timeout here with 1:19 left to go. It is 2-1 Jets. That is Kyle Connor's 18th point in a watch with Nordic stream. He has been phenomenal. Okay. Thank you all again so much for tuning in. If you are new, I would love if you would subscribe down below. We do these commentary streams every single week. Okay, let's see if Calgary can get it done, guys. What do we think? Can the Flames get this done? Let me remind you the records when we stream these teams on these commentary live streams. The Jets 6-2-1. The Flames 3-0. Their undefeated streak when I live stream them is on the line. Dustin Wolf will come back into the net. If Calgary gets the puck and forces it into the zone or even wins the faceoff, he will, I imagine, go to the net or go to the bench. 33-28 are the shots. 1:19. Faceoff is won by the Jets. Played back over to the right side. Morrissey will bank it down the other way. Now Scheifele with a chance. Anderson steals it right back then behind the net. Down low now is Weegar. Weegar sends a pass up to Coronado. Matt Coronado as the Flames can't get anything going there. Final minute to go here. Here's Wolf going to the net. Dumped in there by the Flames. It's cleared down the other way. It goes out of play. Are they going to try and call a delay of game there? It doesn't look like it. 54.9 left to go. There's still plenty of time. Sorry, I don't know why I put on an empty net. It's possible, but it will be tough. It's definitely possible, but again, Calgary has struggled to score goals. Scheifele versus Frost. Faceoff comes in the Jets zone. Faceoff is won by the Jets. Down low now, DeMello tries clearing it around. It's kept in though by Calgary. Huberdeau on the right side slides that one around then for Kadri. 45 seconds to go. Time is running down. Kept in there by the Flames. The Jets are tying them up pretty good. Puck in front. And Huberdeau can't get that one through. 35 seconds to go in the third period. Here they battle for it down low. Puck in front. Anderson! It goes wide. Oh my goodness. Weegar now at it. With the point now down low. Tries throwing it up to the point. It's intercepted. We get a whistle blown. And it's going to be a slash. And is it against Calgary? No, it's against Winnipeg. Power play for the Flames. Empty net. 6-on-4 for Calgary. A 2-minute minor for slashing. Anderson had a near chance there. What a stick on that puck for Kyle Connor. Otherwise, that puck may be going into their net. Face-off coming here now, again in the Winnipeg zone. There is 25 seconds to go. Winnipeg with a 2-1 lead. It's a 6-on-4 power play. Net empty. They will kick Frost out of the circle. Or never mind, no they don't. Sorry. Frost versus Barron. One of the Jets' top penalty killers out there on the ice. Face-off, won by the Jets. Down low now, Pionk clears it down the other way. It won't be an icing. Because, again, it's a power play. 15 seconds left. Here comes Calgary. Weegar to Frost. Into the zone now. Kadri battling for it. 10 seconds left. Coronado looks in front. Battling for it. It goes down low. 5 seconds to go. Behind the net. Pionk gets it. He'll hold it against the boards. And that will do it. A 2-1 win for the Winnipeg Jets. Mark Scheifele with a goal in the final 5 minutes. Calgary struggles continue with a 2-1 loss here once again. Shots on goal, 33-28. Connor Hellebuck played absolutely phenomenal in that game. And a 2-1 win there for the Winnipeg Jets against the Flames. And there goes the Flames' undefeated streak in Watch with Nordic streams. They are now 3-1. All right, well, that being said, folks, that'll do it here for tonight's Watch with Nordic stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It was a great one here tonight for sure. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Flames are 1-6 to start their season. Jets are a very resounding 5-1. And that's not the only thing that Flames fans should be excited, or Jets fans should be happy about here, as well as that too. Blue Jays to the World Series. So there you go. All right, that'll do it for this Watch Nordic stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will be back on Wednesday for the Nordcast night. Yes, it's the Nordcast night in the Watch Nordic streams. We'll be collabing with the Nordcast network on the stream. Hopefully, we'll see if I can get it done. But regardless, that'll do it for us here. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back on Wednesday. We will see you guys in the next stream.